We worked so hard for this. We prepped the soil, got it ready, planted it with cabbage, broccoli, and arugula, and then this happens. Look at this, check this out. Right here, we even put straw around all of the plants, and then you wake up and come out here and see that the straw that we put around our plants to keep the moisture in there, it's just all messed up, all because of this one rooster. One rogue rooster who keeps doing this to my garden. Look here, I even got to put some new cabbages right here. I don't know where he is, but he's got to go. Look at that, straw even coming way down here. Almost 10 feet away from the plants, way over here. Get up. Back over here. Let's see here. All right. See if we can get some of the straw back on the plants like it's supposed to be. Happy plants with the right amount of moisture. Because that is another enemy that we've been dealing with. Lack of moisture and drought. How'd your garden do this year? Whether you did one or not, let me know in the comment section below. And if you did one, let me know how it went. Because for me, this year, the garden has been up and down. It started off really, really well. We had all kinds of things like squash and a number of things just really doing well. But as things went on, we just had to deal with a number of things, including alternating flooding with drought. It's like, it was just like either one or the other, one extreme or the other. Too much rain, and then just immediately like it was all turned off for a while. No rain, and then back to too much rain again. Dude! And then now here we are again, with not enough rain, and things have just been bone dry. Goes up and down, messing it up. Up and down. Come on. Got some more straw in here. But this is the last straw with him. Straw. I didn't necessarily mean that, but it is the last straw. Let's see, right up here where broccoli is, looks like it's mostly okay. Did lose a plant here and down there. Now, we hadn't had a chance to put straw around these yet, but we've been trying to stay on top of watering, and that too has been a challenge because in addition to having times of drought, we've also had issues with our well. During the first round of drought, we were having electrical issues with our well and had to replace some wiring in it. And then we've also been having issues with the well running low. I'm not sure if that's because of, well, we're just having to water more things, more animals, provide more water for them, or in the fact that, well, there's also been a number of new houses that have gone in here that have had wells installed, so maybe the water table is running low. I don't know exactly, but it's forced me to be thinking that, hey, we got to do something different about our water situation. Can't just rely strictly or solely on the well, so we're having to do something about that. Hey, is that him over there? I think it is. There is the problem. I'm not gonna do anything with him quite yet. I'm not gonna run around chasing him all around here. Just need to make sure the garden gates are closed, and we'll get him later. First, let's work on something with the water. some time ago I got to thinking, Mike, we need to be able to utilize water from the pond if need be. So I got a Champion Power Equipment water pump, and I haven't used it as of yet. But we got it all unboxed and put together, and with not having water here recently, I'm like, now's the time to put that baby to use. But as you can see here, we also have another problem right here. An invasive plant taking over our pond. And we believe this to be creeping water primrose. So we're gonna have to work on this. But before we can pump, we're gonna have to get some of this out of here so we can have a good area to pump from. There we go, Sailor. Yeah, lovely.
Hand time!
There you go, you're doing a good job there, Micah.
This is terrible for fishing.
Yeah, I'm not a fisherman, but Micah here is. You guys like to fish? Let me know in the comments below. We do have fish in here, and this stuff right here can choke out some oxygen for them, and we don't want that happening. All right, so we're gonna have to tackle this too. The things just pile up when you have a homestead. There's just so many things on a regular basis. Let me help you out here. Smells like lake water. Ugh. Thankfully, it does come out. It's not that hard to pull it out.
Look how big this thing is. Dad.
Whoa, they got a big one there. They're almost got a spot.
I do think with all of this grass here that the frog population has skyrocketed because, one, they have more protection for their eggs so stuff can't eat it. And every time I walk by here, there's like a big frog that always jumps in the pond.
There's a giant frog, man.
Yeah.
Captain Amphibious.
Realize something. These plants only grow in sunlight.
Yeah.
This is the one I need right here. This one has a hole in it, so it'll work perfectly for what I need it for. What we normally do is we have a bucket system for feeding all of our different livestock. The blue ones are for waters. The orange are for our meaties. The yellow buckets are for our layers, and the red buckets, various use. But this one here, yep, has a crack in it. It's gonna work perfectly for what I need it for. Crack. Does need a few more holes in here. Let's go here. But all kind of holes. We'll have a hole here. We'll have a hole there. All right. You think that's enough holes?
Way too many holes.
You think it's too many? I think it'd be good.
One holy
Number of
bucket.
good holes there. I don't know how many holes, but that's a lot.
One holy bucket.
This was Jake the snake. He would be a monster.
All right. See, the purpose of those holes is for water to come in here. But hopefully not plants and other things. Just another filter for them. All right, let's add a little weight in here for it. Let's do this thing. Get away on. There we go. All right. Get back up there. I'm really interested in seeing this pump in action because I gotta find another way to get the garden watered. I like how Champion has the directions on each of their big equipment, because I forget which order things need to be done in. This helps. Yep, this is where I go next. I'm on the rabbit mode. And on. And ready? Be ready, because it's gonna do. Be ready. Now I don't use a pump on a regular basis, but I have used them numerous times in the past. Something is not working right here. And I got to thinking, maybe it's not getting enough water flow. So I ended up taking the suction hose out of the bucket, ditching the bucket, and just putting it directly in the water. And that worked. But I noticed there's no connector on the end of the blue hose to connect it to a water hose or anything like that to get it up into our garden, which is up the hill away from the pond. Most of the pumps that I've used in the past I've borrowed from other people, and they've had connectors on the sump pump hose to connect them to a water hose, but this one does not. I don't know if there's some pieces missing or I have to buy some things, so looks like I'm gonna have to put this on hold for now. And I reached out to Champion. They're super easy to get a hold of and super friendly. But gotta keep moving forward. So I got back to work in the garden, prepping a new fall garden space using my Champion tiller. And then the opportune moment presented itself. Oh, there's the elusive rooster. The rogue keeps trying to thwart our garden plans. You know what, I was going to wait till later on in the day to get him, but he's so close now, we just might do it. See him? He's right there. Right there. All right. Micah, quickly get that net. All right, all hands on deck. Josiah, close that gate and that gate. All right, Mike, you got that net there? Yeah. All right. All right, come on. Okay, I want you to go around to my left here. Sailor, Hezekiah, come around this way.
Okay. Okay.
Don't go without me. Oh my God. Dude. What? Slow down, slow down.
Slow down, chicken.
Got him. He is a wild one. All right. Sorry, pal. No more messing up my gardens. You don't want to stay in our system, causing problems. Yes. You're not mean, you're just crazy.
Daddy, you got it!
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Look for the place where we can put them.
Hold on. Teamwork, we did it. Way to go. Thanks for closing the gates. Pin them in. There we go. Yeah, you did a good job too. Yes. All right.
Chicken.
Yep, he's going in here for now. For now. So, because he doesn't have the genetics that I'm looking to reproduce from a physical characteristic, I don't know what word that is, characteristic, nor the characteristics that we want to continue with knowing, staying where you're supposed to stay. So he hasn't been a blessing. So come processing day for the meat birds, he's biting the dust too. Like I said, the last straw. And yes, I did give him some feed and water just because I don't want him around anymore. We're not ready for him to go just quite yet. I want to make sure I take care of him as we do with all of our animals until it's that time, if you know what I mean. And speaking of chickens, I also have chickens that are designated as composting chickens. Yes, they make compost for us. And for this new fall garden space that I'm prepping, we're going to be harvesting some of the compost that the chickens made for us. A little dry, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. Nice richness, free, because chickens made it.
It holds the moisture too, because it's all damp over here.
Sure does. Good soil maintains the proper amount of moisture. Yes, good soil retains the proper amount of moisture. Not too much, not too little. And one of the major ingredients or components of good soil is good organic matter. And for those of us who live in the hot, humid South, the heat and humidity break down organic matter at a faster rate. So we have to add organic matter, add compost to our garden spaces on a more regular basis. And this is even more essential in times of drought. And as we continue to work in this garden space, I added some of the fresh compost and then lightly blended it in to get this space all ready for planting. Have some other things that need to be transplanted ASAP, like the lettuce here, as well as, oh man, too much moisture there. We gotta fix that. Let's get these out of here. Bok choy, not looking that hot, but I think we can fix it. Lettuce.
Nope.
You got it? Here. And we put a number of plants in this area. We transplanted the bok choy. I also use another one of my tools. This one is really old. I don't know how old it is, but it's been around for a while. My wheel hoe to make furrows for our rows in this space. and I hand seeded arugula in those rows. Cover them up. And then I used another yellow and black tool it's not a champion tool, but it just happens to be yellow and black. That is my Jang seeder to seed in radishes. And I wish at this point I could say that I watered these all in with my new pump from the pond, but nope, that's not the case. We just have to water them with our overhead sprinklers from the well water, making sure I don't run anything low. But hopefully Champion will send me the missing parts that I need and I can figure out how to get this going to connect my water hose and irrigation and utilize the pond water more effectively. And any of you sub pumps experts out there have any comments, suggestions for me, please let me know. I'm all ears. Until next time.